Hello everybody. I have some new impulses that I got last night and that I want to share with you. And the only thing I ask from you is to stay in an open state with an open heart and just listen and take out of this what is meant for you. Where is the ocean? Asked the wave. Where is the sunlight? Asked the ray. Where is the sky? Asked the cloud. And I ask you, where are you? In this game of duality, we constantly search for something that seems to be separated from us. But this separation is illusionary. People appear in your life because they resonate with the patterns you're sending out. Some will make you repeat patterns. Some will even solidify patterns in you, and others will uplift you and give you the chance to dissolve unhelpful patterns in you. Somehow, we all go through disconnections without noticing what is happening to us. We are unconscious. This is a mechanism that can undergo its own evolution till it reaches a state of presence in divine consciousness. I always ask myself what awakening looked like, and I always said I don't know what that means, but I'm sure that most people are not awakened, not even close to awakening. Think about that. Not even close to awakening. Because if you look on social media, you can see for yourself that even in the spiritual community, it is more about show, being seen, and ego. That is not surprising, since most of the so-called spirituality is fruit of the system, and therefore it will not awaken you, but provide you with the illusion of being awakened, or as a friend said, it will wake you up into a second matrix. Some are on their path, and the first steps on this path are getting conscious of the patterns, of the projections they have, and of the important question, is this mine? So, is this mine? Or is this something I've learned from someone else or from one of the systems I'm in? Ask yourself, is that what I'm doing really genuinely my own divine expression I bring here? When you grow up with the expectations the adults have concerning how your life should look like. This can be based on traditions, on culture, on society and religion, or limiting beliefs in generally. Important is they set a certain frame for you. So the first years you basically move in that frame without asking much questions. Anyways, the first years of your life happen in a pretty unconscious state. And it has a reason. You first have to grow into it. In this phase of your life, time is not important for you. And the room should be defined by a loving environment, the nourishment you need for your big journey. Curiously, some souls decide this part of the journey to be quite rough, since they have already experienced it in different ways. The growth motor in them is pure intrinsic motivation, since there is a lack of extrinsic motivation for orientation in this physical manifestation that we're in. But somehow, and that is mind that makes a story out of this later, this creates an enormous confusion in them. Because the rest of the world is caught in this game of extrinsic motivation, validation, and in a constant search for something outside of them. Social media doesn't make this better. The effect often is that they search being wrong in themselves, since they don't look for things in other places. You can already feel where this leads to. This creates an unhealthy pattern in how they see themselves. confusing them to that point that they feel even more separated from everybody, or they strengthen their own connection with the field, nature, etc. That was part of the pattern I carried with me many years. What never stopped was the intrinsic motivation, and it worked like the compass needle of source with me. It never failed me, but I often failed, because I didn't listen, and I tried to make it right on the outside, just like everybody showed me and mirrored it to me. It had to be that way, that's what I thought. I tried to fit in. I'm sorry, but that didn't work for me. It made me unhappy, and despite of a valuable learning process, I can honestly say that with the knowledge I have now, I would definitely accelerate that process. Now, Earth years later, I see it doesn't work for anybody. Some of us just came to that point that they surrendered to the systems and the outside as if everything depended upon that. They gave away their own power. And that doesn't mean that I'm telling you to be selfish and ego-centered, but I'm telling you to be true to yourself. I'm begging you to be true to yourself, because that's what the world needs. So what is it you really want? Why are you not where you are happy? Why are you in places that don't nourish your soul? When you listen to these questions, I already know that most of you will find excuses to answer this. I know you pretty well. The more I look into these patterns from childhood, the more I understand that we are living most of the time in a projection of exactly that. A projection of what has been told to us. We are not creating our own movie, but that is where we can finally open our wings. When we don't believe the stories we are telling us based on the external factors, but we start living our own story, our own truth. Not being guided by a master. Be your own master. Not being guided by a system. Be your own system. The hero's journey is sometimes tough. It means saying goodbye to what you thought was your comfort zone and daring to go on your life's journey. So tell me, what is your genuine impulse you're bringing, and where are you if not there where you're loved, nourished and held? Love you.